Have you ever wondered how Iran stands against military superpowers without air superiority? They have managed to create a balance of terror despite the odds. Today, we revealed the secrets behind a complex warfare strategy that changed the game. It has made the Middle East's future completely unpredictable and volatile forever. Let's define asymmetric warfare simply and clearly for everyone watching right now. Imagine a lightweight boxer trying to fight a world heavyweight champion today. If he fights directly, he loses, so he must fight very smart. Iran does exactly this, using the enemy's weaknesses against themselves very effectively. In this battle, the goal isn't classic victory or occupying enemy land. The main goal is making the war expensive and exhausting for enemies. Iran learned to inflict billion-dollar damages with very little cost involved. This makes enemy military calculations always filled with deep doubt and hesitation. This strategy roots back to the 8-year Iran-Iraq war era. Iranians realized they couldn't fight with just tanks and planes back then. Heavy arms embargoes forced them towards forced creativity and domestic mass production. This bitter experience built the foundation of today's Islamic Republic military doctrine. Let's see what the backbone of this strange strategy rests upon exactly. Iran focuses on 3 main axes: proxies, missiles, and drone technology. This deadly triangle allows Tehran to strike hard without direct military conflict. They effectively push the war away from borders into the enemy's home. Proxy forces, or the axis of resistance, are Iran's long arm regionally. From Hezbollah in Lebanon to resistance groups in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen, this vast human network gives Iran strategic depth that is absolutely vital. Before the enemy reaches Tehran, they must fight on multiple other fronts. The smart point is that these groups make deniability entirely possible. When an attack happens, Iran can say, "Not us, they acted independently." This ambiguity prevents the enemy from finding legal grounds for direct attacks. Playing in this gray zone is the art of Iranian political warfare. The second pillar is Iran's massive and diverse missile program active today. Since Iran lacks a modern air force, missiles replace expensive fighter jets. They possess the Middle East's largest arsenal, which is increasingly precise now. The sheer volume of missiles can saturate and overwhelm enemy defense systems. The concept of underground missile cities is a key psychological tactic used. They built huge bases deep inside mountains, resistant to heavy aerial bombing. This means even if Iran is attacked, their response capability remains intact. This second strike capability scares the enemy away from starting any wars. Now we reach the cheap phenomenon that disrupted the equations: suicide drones. Iranian suicide drones like Shahed are produced and used at negligible costs. Imagine a $20,000 drone destroying a multi-million-dollar tank instantly. This cost asymmetry has shifted the war economy in Iran's favor significantly. At sea, Iran's strategy differs completely from the world's classic standing armies. Instead of large ships, which are easy targets, they use speedboats effectively. Hundreds of small boats armed with missiles and mines swarm together quickly. Countering this volume of small, fast targets is a nightmare for warships. The Strait of Hormuz, the world's energy artery, is their main playground. Iran has shown the ability to close or threaten this waterway repeatedly. Naval mining is one of their simplest yet most dangerous methods there. Threatening energy security is leverage that forces the West to eventually retreat. Today's war isn't just physical, it flows within the cyberspace too. After the Stuxnet attack, Iran invested heavily in its cyber army capabilities. They can now attack the enemy's critical financial and military infrastructures remotely. Cyber warfare is low-cost, destructive, and traceless, making it ideal for Iran. Another dimension of this strategy is complex psychological and media warfare tactics. By displaying military power and drills, Iran sends a clear message out. They want to plant the belief that war with Iran is madness. Winning without fighting has been the ultimate goal of great strategists always. Notice how Iran utilizes its vast and mountainous geography effectively for defense. The Iranian terrain is a natural fortress, impossible for armies to occupy. Dispersing sensitive centers across the country makes targeting difficult for any attackers. It means the enemy must hit thousands of points simultaneously to succeed. A crucial point is the indigenization of military knowledge inside the country. Unlike Arab neighbors, Iran doesn't depend on the West for repairs. If war happens and borders close, Iran's war machine won't stop working. This logistical independence guarantees their sustainability in long-term, exhausting conflicts ahead. Western analysts believe Iran is transitioning towards an offensive deterrence strategy now. meaning they won't wait for attacks but neutralize threats before they occur. Missile strikes on Ain al-Assad or recent operations showed this shift clearly. Iran showed no fear of direct conflict if red lines are crossed. The integrated air defense system is part of Iran's complex puzzle today. A mix of Russian systems and domestic ones like Bavar 303 secures the skies. Shooting down the advanced US Global Hawk was a serious alarm bell. It proved Iran's technology goes far beyond simple copying or reverse engineering. However, friends, this strategy is not without economic and political risks involved. Maintaining proxy forces and missile development puts huge pressure on the economy. International sanctions are a direct result of pursuing these military policies globally. The question arises, will this model remain sustainable in the long run? On the other hand, Iran's enemies are not sitting idle right now. New regional alliances and the use of AI present new challenges ahead. Future wars involve bleeding-edge technology, and Iran must keep itself updated daily. The arms race in the Middle East gets more complex every day. Another unique feature is the high flexibility of Iran's military structure today. The IRGC and the regular army are two arms acting complementarily together. IRGC handles asymmetrical operations, while the army handles classic border defense duties. This dual structure confuses the enemy in analyzing and predicting reactions properly. Ultimately, Iran's strategy is a mix of ideology, technology, and geopolitics combined. They compensated for technological weakness with will, numbers, and guerrilla tactics effectively. This model has become a blueprint for nations standing against the West. In fact, Iran showed that security can be bought with less budget. We must admit this strategy has succeeded in preventing total war effectively. Iran is surrounded by US bases but keeps its island of stability. Today's security is a result of mixing diplomacy with hard deterrent power. Without these levers, Iran's fate might have resembled Iraq or Afghanistan, unfortunately. In the ruthless world of international politics, the weak are trampled upon. Iran has chosen to remain strong at any cost to be heard. Whether we agree or disagree, we cannot deny its military efficiency today. This strategy is the result of decades of bloody experience and pressure. Thank you very much for joining me in this deep analysis today. Do you think this strategy can guarantee Iran's security in the future? Please write your smart opinions below this video so we can discuss. If this video was useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.